Hi everyone. Uh, just a quick video. I've been looking for some different grow lights. The ones I've got in the shed in the grow boxes are EnviroGrow. They're just basically a white light LED. But I wanted something that was full spectrum. And I know a few people have Spider Farmers and all different makes and models, but this box you can see in front of you has just arrived. I ordered 2 of these and the flies on 3000s. So let's see if I can get it open without causing any damage. It's quite heavy for grow lights, to be honest. Well, again, they should have came yesterday when I was doing the videos on my onions. Right. This will be good because they're quite heavy now. I don't want them to just fall and break. So let's just, that box is damaged on the edge, so let's just open this one and see. I'll probably open this, it'll be upside down. That wouldn't surprise us. Well, maybe not. So, let's have a look and see what we've actually got in here. So, first and foremost, we've got the lights. If I can take the foam off. So you've got the lights. They're dimmable, as you can see. Power. You've got it in and out there because you can daisy chain them. You've got your 4 little hangers in each corner. Not much really that you can't see, is it? Well, let's have a look, see what I've got, and then we'll see, put the lights on and just see what they look like on camera. What I'm going to do, a few years ago I bought a cheap greenhouse to take down the allotment and put in the tomato room off the greenhouse, just to keep onions in. Well, I haven't put that up yet. That's why the onions are in that frame I made with bubble wrap. So what I done was, I bought another, we say greenhouse. It's the shape of a polytunnel, domed. But it's a plastic greenhouse basically, with metal frame. I bought it from IKEA. I think it was 81 quid. And there's a gap between my 2 sheds. I'm going to fit it in there once I clear all the timber and things like that out of it. I'll make a nice frame because the ground's concrete and it's on a bit of a slope. So I'll put a nice solid base in, then I'll put that up. I'm hoping I'll be able to run power from my shed into it, where I'll be able to hang these 2 sets of lights and have some lighting. I might build something around it to give it a bit more protection from the cold weather. And here's my boy coming down the stairs, being nosy. Up, and he's away, back up the stairs. So I'll just plug these lights into here. See, I was all prepared, I had an extension ready. and the extension's turned on. So, the one thing, these power cords aren't very long. That extension cord is on the floor. So, give me a look. Yeah, that's how bright they are. So, going into a 6 foot in length, six foot in height and 4 foot wide greenhouse, 2 of these should be ample. And you can turn, that's 100%, which I would say mine in the box at the minute only threw maybe that much light out, which is on basically what, about 20%. So that's 40%, 60, 80%, that's 100%. So you get them in with a kit. You also get this cable, and if I have a look there, I'll let you turn this or hold it that way, because obviously, as I say, power cables aren't very long. But you get these with it, and that will act as your daisy chain, so I can link this light to that, but your dimmer would control both lights. So I'm happy with that. I'm just not enjoying a short cable. What I may do, actually, give me a look at this. Is it a sealed unit or? Yeah, that one is a sealed unit. Oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, sorry. You also obviously get the mountings for hanging your lights off. Yeah, you know. So you get them, and I may just, I know it'll upset any warranty, but I may cut that off the plug, run an extended wire on it, put some heat shrink over it to seal it properly, and put another plug on just so I've got extra length. But you can imagine how bright it would be, whether it be, say, in that plastic greenhouse, or even whether I put them on the roof of my shed and took the white LED ones and put them in the greenhouse. I've got a daytime, it's basically a LED on the roof. I used to work in a garage years ago, and they changed all the fluorescence for these daytime lights, but it's a strip light. It's about 4 foot, but it's LED. And that's what I've got as a light in my shed. That's going to be a lot brighter than what that is. So I could actually put one of them in, or 2, and well, it would be like just walking out in blazing daylight, sunshine. So I like that. I'm not going to bother opening the other box yet because they're just identical. Actually, there's a book there, and it just tells you flies on user manual Pro Series. There's nothing on here that tells you, it can tell you the model, which is a PHX4. As I say, this is the 3000 watt model. It was cheap. Well, or should I say cheap by other standards. I think that about 99.99, something like that. But if you bought 2, you got them a bit cheaper. So I think I paid about 181 quid for the 2 sets of lights. My Envirogrow ones, I think I paid 70 quid each. So that was like 140 quid. So there's only 40 odd quid difference, but there's an immense difference in the actual lights. Obviously, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. When I connect them and see how plants grow with them, obviously regarding height away from the plants, what setting you've got it on, whether it's 40%, 60, pardon me, I've got the hiccups, or 100%. But looking at everything, looking at the reviews, they get fantastic reviews, and Flyzone is a very good make, and I'm assuming I'm pronouncing it correctly. Flyzone. Can I see? You may be able to see that. As I say, I'll put the link in the description box to that, and anyone really that's wanting a decent grow light, you know, try having a look at these. Jackie sent us a link to what she had bought, the spider farmers. Cheers for that, Jack. But upon reading it, there wasn't much difference between this light and that light. The only difference was, and Jackie being a Yorkshire woman, she should have took this into consideration. The price, because Yorkshire people, they have a bad reputation like the Scots, you know, for being tight. No, I'm only kidding. Jackie knows I wouldn't be saying no to that. But, as I say, there isn't much difference in these. I was tempted to get a set that had a fan, but then I thought, well, the fan's going to make it quite noisy, and I didn't want a noise because it's going to be outside. It's going to be next to my neighbour's house, probably only about 2 foot off their brickwork, if that. So I don't want anything that's going to create, say, a home or anything possibly keeping the kiddies up. So I opted to not have a fan, and if I do need a fan, I'll just use the ones I've got in my shed. One is a USB, it's silent run. The other one, I copied off Pete Trenouth. Pete done a video and he showed his, and I thought, oh, that is a good fan. It's got 4 speed settings. It's got a solar panel on the back so you can charge it from the sunlight. It comes with a wire. I think it's a Type-C on one end and a USB on the other, so you can charge it from either. But, you know, it's a really, really good fan. As I say, it's got 4 settings. The 4th setting is very, very, very cool. And I think that was about maybe 30 quid or less. So, as I say, that's a good fan. Forgive the way I'm dressed. It's allotment time again. I want to go and down, and I want to check on the onions that I've left down there. I've said in a couple of comments to yesterday's video, I'm a little bit concerned about them, purely because I used to be in my shed, and with the shed having a thermostatically controlled heater, the temperature never dropped sort of below, I think it was 14. So from going from there into a greenhouse, which I think it was -4 the other night, through the night. Now all they've got between them and that -4 or -2 or 1 degree is a little thin wooden frame with a bit of bubble wrap, a single sheet of bubble wrap on. So it could be a massive shock to them. They could die. So I am a little bit worried. I think I'll go down just a little bit later, and I will put a fleece over the top as well. Then I'll be down first thing in the morning. I'll take the fleece off. Obviously, depending on the temperature, I will then take that frame off and let them get daylight. As I say, it depends. I will put the fire on, which will put a little bit of warmth into the greenhouse. Not a great deal, but it keeps the frost out. And I think that's basically about it. I'll do an update on these lights once I've used them, and I'll see how they perform and how ceilings like perform, react, grow, whatever you want to say with them. Like I say, that's the end of this video. There is one other thing I want to add. Obviously, it's Friday, so tonight is Friday night. Friday night is Onion Night, 9 p.m, Pete Trenouth's channel. But at 7 p.m, Joe from Muddy Puddles Farm is having a live. So I hope to see a lot of yous there in the chat. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. Bye for now.